Okay, so you've heard a lot about dropshipping and you're really intrigued by it. I get that. But are you thinking, how do dropshippers have all this money and all this freedom and all this time? How lucrative is dropshipping really? How much money can you actually make being a dropshipper? I'm sure you are. That's why you're watching this video. And I got you. I'm gonna break it all down for you. My name is Asia Abston. I'm CEO of the Lux Life Academy, and I have helped over 3,000 digital entrepreneurs launch passive income businesses so they can live their best lives, make the most money they've ever made, and be self-employed, which is what we all want. So do yourself a favor and stick around until the end of this video to find out how much money dropshippers really make and how lucrative dropshipping really is. Now, before we dive into the numbers, if you're serious about making money with dropshipping but not sure where to start, I have you covered. I just dropped a brand new in-depth free training to walk you through everything step by step. Just click the link in the description below and check it out after you finish watching this video. Deal? Okay, so dropshipping allows you to get started with very minimal upfront costs. Because most people don't have $20,000, $200,000, or $2 million to start a business, but dropshipping lets you get started without that. And the income of dropshippers really does vary very greatly depending on your effort level, your niche, and your strategy, just like any business model. There are mom and pop restaurants who make $100,000, and then there are huge conglomerate restaurants that make millions and millions and millions. So like any industry, the money varies. And a lot of the success stories that we see floating around often highlight huge profits, but it is realistic, or it is important to be realistic and have good expectations set for yourself before you get started. So revenue is what you earn, okay? But profit is what you keep after all your expenses. And understanding the difference between these two things is crucial when you're starting any business, but specifically dropshipping. But dropshipping is really, really profitable because we have so little overhead. We don't have storefronts. We don't have a bunch of employees. We don't have shipping supplies. We don't need trucks to take our inventory to the post office. So because of that, the overhead is so little that it makes the profits a lot higher. Some beginners can overlook the hidden costs of starting a business, which will impact, obviously, profits. But let's talk about what those factors are. The very first one is niche selection. If you only select popular and trendy niches, yeah, they can drive higher sales, but you could also burn out faster. We all remember those fidget spinners, and I'm sure some people made a ton of money on that niche. And then when that niche died, they're broke. They're done, they're over, because they weren't properly prepared and they didn't pick something sustainable. So that's something to keep in mind. Also, of course, the marketing. The money is always in the marketing. How effective is your marketing campaign? How diverse was it? How much money did you spend? A person that has a marketing budget of $2 and a person that has a marketing budget of $2,000 are going to, of course, make different income levels, because the marketing is all about bringing the traffic and the sales into your store. And I would say kind of a hidden one that people don't know about is supplier reliability. If you don't have a supplier that's reliable, then of course that's going to impact your money, because what if you order a product and then your supplier doesn't ship it out or doesn't ship it out on time? That's gonna make you look bad to your customers, and of course, that's gonna affect your sales. Now, what is a realistic expectation for beginners? Let's get into it. For most, it's going to take time to reach profitability, because what you have to understand is building a dropshipping store the right way is not a get-rich-quick scheme. It's not a scam. It's not a Ponzi scheme. It's not an MLM. You're building a real, actual, sustainable business, and that's going to take time. And therefore, making money is going to actually take time, which is fair, which makes sense. It's totally acceptable to go to college for 4 years to earn a degree, but people think that they're supposed to launch a business and in 4 days be making $10,000 a month. It's not realistic, okay? Let's get that part straight. And especially for those who, no shade, only want to build their businesses with YouTube videos. We love YouTube. We're watching this on YouTube. But we've got to invest sometimes in a real path and real curriculum to help us get to where we're going faster. So it doesn't mean that you can't learn from free resources, but something to consider about investing in a thing that you want to actually make you some money. So I'd say beginners should set some modest income goals first. And then as they get better, as they scale up, as they refine their strategies, they will make more money. First of all, aim for some side hustle money. Pay some bills, have a little fun, then aim to replace your income. And then aim for those lucrative, elusive to some $10,000 a month. That's the good zone. That's where life gets good for most people. So I think that's a really fair place to start. Now, understanding the factors that influence your income is crucial, but implementing those factors is a totally different ballgame. So I put together a free dropshipping training to help you get started on the right foot. It's right here in the description box. After this training, go watch it. So how do we increase our profit as dropshippers? First of all, you've got to understand markup and profit margins, because understanding how to price your products effectively will cover your costs a lot of the times and generate profit, which is what you want to do. You need both, right? So typical profit margin ranges between 20% and 50%. For me, 50% or better is the way to go, because there's just so much energy that we put into building these businesses, and I want to make the most amount of money as I possibly can for doing this amount of work, okay? We also use upselling and cross-selling. So when you're at a checkout online and they suddenly offer you a bundle deal, or they offer you the matching bottoms that go with the top, these are some of the ways that we increase our average order value to make more money from every single customer on the exact same website with the exact same products, okay? One of the other ways is to create bundles or special offers. So sometimes you'll get a BOGO deal, or buy two, get one free, or some type of discount for being a new customer. This increases sales quickly, and it's a super easy strategy, especially as dropshippers, because we can offer those deals without cutting into our inventory, because we never bought the inventory to begin with. Another super simple way is affiliate marketing, which means that we give some type of discount code or coupon code or tracking link to someone else, and they help push products for us. They make sales for us, and they get a little kickback in return. And we can also do the same as dropshippers. We can cross promote other people's products and get a kickback in return. A kickback meaning a small amount of money, but if you do this over and over and over, that money adds up. Next, let's talk about some of the expenses that you're gonna face as a dropshipper. Number one would be product costs, but remember, we don't ever buy our product. We don't buy bulk inventory. We don't buy a product until a customer has already ordered it from us. So that alone alleviates 90% of the money and the risk involved in dropshipping. I like to order a sample just one time to make sure that the quality of the product is there, but after that, I'm never ordering that item again. So depending on what you want to sell, that is going to be the cost incurred as your product cost. And then there's, of course, there's shipping, because most of the time, shipping's not free. And especially for dropshippers, it's not free. So we've got to pay for shipping. But if you're smart, you roll that shipping cost into the price of your product, and you make that money back the second that you make the sale. And then you're going to have your Shopify fee. I'm team Shopify. I will always be team Shopify. That's just the best platform to use. It's about $39 a month right now. And then of course, your email marketing, whatever type of apps that you want to pay for to add to your store. But Shopify is so amazing that it has tons and tons, actually like 6,000 free apps that you can, Are all 6,000 free? I don't know. But there are 6,000 apps that you can add to your Shopify store, and many, many, many of them are actually free and amazing. So $39 a month to run your business is nothing. And then there's the cost of marketing and advertising. So for some of you, that'll be nothing because you'll grind it out and you will use SEO and you will use blogging and you will make free content on the TikToks and the Snapchats and the Instagrams, which is brilliant. And then for some of you, you'll also dip into paid ads on Facebook and on Google. And paid ads start at $5 a day. You genuinely can bring the right customers to your store for $5 a day. And again, this business is making money. So ad spend is not crazy. Don't trip about it. There's a million ways to market your business. Now, you're probably thinking about warehousing fees or some type of logistic fees. We don't have those because, again, we're drop shippers. So our products are warehoused somewhere else and we do not pay any fees whatsoever for that warehousing. That has nothing to do with us at all. So that's a part of that overhead that we don't have to pay for. The insurance and the staff that we don't have to pay for, and the boxes and the paper and the shipping supplies and stickers, none of that exists for us dropshippers. Now, there are a couple of hidden costs that I want you to consider. All about transparency here. Listen, if you do not have good customer service, you're in trouble because those people who bought from you are never going to buy from you again. And one thing that you will learn in business, especially in the e-commerce game, is it is cheaper to keep your good customers than to be constantly going out to find new ones. So you never want to have unsatisfied customers because that will tank your profit and tank your entire business. And suddenly they'll be asking for refunds. Nobody got time for that. Also, costs that I would keep in mind. The cost of hiring like a customer service agent. But these days, shout out to the virtual assistants of the world. You can get a virtual assistant to do this for you for really, really cheap. And honestly, you don't need one until you're doing about 10 grand a month. There's no need. You don't need a full-time customer service agent. And then by the time you do, since you'll have a $10,000 a month business, that little bit of money will come out and you'll feel great about it because you can outsource all of that work to someone else so that you can be busy being the CEO and not the admin. Now, back to the money. Let's walk through a really simple example of what profitability actually looks like for a dropshipping business. So let's say that you're selling eco-friendly water bottles because you know how those Stanley cups are like insanely popular. I don't get it. I don't know what that's about, but it's a thing. So let's use that as an example. So let's say your business has monthly sales of 500 units at $30 each. So that means you make $15,000 in revenue. Now your product costs $10 per unit from the supplier. So now you just spent $5,000 on the actual water bottles. Now your platform fee, which is Shopify, who we love, let's say you pay $129 a month for everything on Shopify. Your email marketing, your pop-ups, your banner, your discount code, like all the things, $129 a month. I'm thinking of that because that's what I pay for Shopify. Now, marketing. Let's say you spent $1,000 on Facebook ads to run traffic to your store. And shipping costs you $3 per unit, which is $1,500 total. Okay, let me do some math. Okay, so your profit is $15,000 minus $7,629. So that equates to $7,371 in profit. That's not the profit for your entire store. That's the profit from the one product of eco-friendly water bottles. So this is how I want you to be thinking. A niche store sells between 20 and 100 products. You just made 7K plus from that one water bottle. The math is mathing right there. My math was janky, but that math makes perfect sense. Okay, get into it. The real key to success in dropshipping is don't focus on the money, even though I know that's hard to do. It's taking action. It's just getting started and learning along the way, investing in your learning and just tweaking and getting better and getting better and getting better. That's really it. So I want to hear from you. in the comments, now that we've talked about this, how much money do you need to make to replace your income and be self-employed and work full-time for yourself, work remote forever as a dropshipper? Is it more money than you make now? Is it the same amount of money that you make now? And what would change in your lifestyle? Just tell me in the comments. I want to hear all about it. Let's get into it. Give me the details. And do you really see dropshipping as the thing that you want to do? Do you understand how lucrative this business model can be? And if you found this video helpful, I've got so much more to tell you and to teach you. Be sure to subscribe to my channel so that you're notified of all my new videos. And if you're ready to really dive in, I've got a free dropshipping training walking you through the ins and outs of the business, because these videos are short. We gotta go dive deep, get into it. You can click this link to get the video training. It's insane. I'm obsessed with it and I can't wait for you to watch it. All right, guys, that is it for me today. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you right back here on this channel the next time.